Hello, and welcome. So glad to have you, as always, for another session of object exploration, where I like grabbing random objects around my house and kind of just seeing what sounds that they have just hidden behind their obscurity, their blandness, and try to unlock what sounds are within. Because there's all these different sounds around us every single day, and sometimes you just need to take a step back and appreciate it. So I have a group of objects. But before we get to that, I need to put on some gloves because, we're doing this for science. This is for science testing. Very important that we follow all safety procedures. Oh yes, and I have 2 binaural microphones. Your left. Oh wait, no, my left. Your right, I'm so sorry. Your right. Will you ever forgive me? Probably not. Goodbye. Your right. Your left. Your left. Your right. Ears. So we can try to have the ear-to-ear experience. Just gotta slip on the nitrile gloves. Always love this sort of stretchy sound. And one for the left hand. Oops, this has the thumb inside out. And don't worry, we'll fix it. Be right on it. Really have to resist the urge just to pull it and let it snap back. 1, because it would hurt. 2, probably wouldn't make for good ASMR. Facts. Okay, are you ready for the objects? You've probably read the title. Let me grab the first subject. They are video game controllers. I have a couple different ones to show you. But I've always found that the buttons just make wonderful noises. So here we have a Xbox One controller. its different button layouts with the thumbstick. Thumbstick 2, A, B, Y, X. It's D-pad down here. The start and menu button maybe. The Xbox button to turn it on. Bumpers and triggers in the back. I grew up with Xboxes. While my first console was a Nintendo 64. I never, funnily enough, I never really had the like Nintendo first party games, like a Mario game or a Zelda game. I had like weird third party ones like a NASCAR game and like a Star Wars game. So I never got too involved in Nintendo. Oh wait, I did have a Game Boy Color. That may have been before my Nintendo. I'm not sure exactly. But after the Nintendo, I got the original Xbox. And then got the Xbox 360. But then some years ago, I sold my Xbox 360. I mostly play on PC now. So, Xbox controllers are actually great for PC gaming. Certain games are better to use a controller for, like racing games. Usually a keyboard and mouse is the better option, but a couple styles. Maybe fighting games. Some games are controller support only. Like sports games maybe. So that's why I have this Xbox controller. I also have a PlayStation controller. The DualShock with its two thumbsticks down low, and instead of A, B, X, Y, it has cross, circle, square, triangle, and it also has the PlayStation button in the middle, options, menu, or shared D-pad, bumpers and triggers, or L1, R1, L2, R2. No D2 though for the R2, but there's just some games that unfortunately do not get released on PlayStation, on PC, and are only on PlayStation or Xbox. PlayStation has a lot of great exclusives. I dislike the idea of exclusives in general because I want to play games anywhere. But about a year or more ago, Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, and I really wanted to play it. I loved the first game. But alas, I only had a PC. Now, Red Dead is out on PC now, but I didn't know if that would happen at the time. So I went and I got the PlayStation Red Dead combo so I could play my Red Dead Redemption 2. And play it I did. I have a couple other PlayStation exclusive games. I have the Uncharted collection, but I've only played the first one. I have Persona 5, which I heard was great. Horizon Zero Dawn. A bunch of ones I haven't played yet, honestly, because I play more on PC. But I did play God of War, the new one. I've played the other ones. I like Friends' Places. The new God of War was such an amazing game. It was so good. And Marvel's Spider-Man was also an amazing game. That made owning a PlayStation worth it. Honestly, Sony does have the better exclusives. But Xbox does have, they're doing a lot of crossplay with PC. So that is really good on them. Now I have one last controller. You might be thinking, wait, what consoles are left after Xbox and PlayStation? Oh, there's one key one that you're forgetting. Of course I'm talking about the NVIDIA Shield controller. Yeah, what? This very strange controller. Maybe you've heard of the NVIDIA Shield. It's like a portable little PC, kind of like the Switch, but it has this giant controller. I actually don't even own one of these. My father said he found it in a dumpster. Someone's house they were just throwing everything out. I didn't sell at a garage sale or something. And he was like, "Oh, my son plays video games. I'll get this for him." And it's the thought that counts. I don't own an NVIDIA Shield, and this controller doesn't really hook up well to Windows, and it's really large and kind of ugly. These like touch buttons. I'm trying to see so it has the Xbox scheme of A, B, X, Y, but the two thumbsticks in the middle, like the PlayStation. D-pad up top. And it has I don't know if these are buttons up here. It looks like they're clickable, but it's just like stiff. Even these it has home, back buttons on it, but there's no tactile feedback. Maybe it's all dusty too because I've never used it. Maybe it's like a touch sensor thing, but I don't know. I guess it has a place to charge. But yeah, I do not own an NVIDIA Shield. There's like a Shield plus or minus button. Maybe that's volume. So you're supposed to have this little portable shield thing. And you have this controller to play on it. But I don't know. I guess I've never seen one in person. I remember them like advertising it, but I don't know. Guess it just never took off. It has very loud thumbstick clicks. Never seen an NVIDIA Shield. So I got 3 controllers for you. Let's see if we can do anything with my little doctor's instrument. The little llama. The doctor's assistant. The science assistant. I guess doctors can be scientists, doctors as well. PlayStation ones is definitely the quietest. Definitely feels like the NVIDIA Shield one is the lowest quality of the bunch. Kind of has that, like, especially for the D-pad. One thing I like a lot about PlayStation is that for the D-pad, there's individual buttons for each direction. Xbox is, at least the Xbox One controller is basically the same thing for that. But the NVIDIA Shield is like just one big thing that kind of just moves around, which feels like you could not go in one direction fully. The controller is just so much bigger in your hand as well. PlayStation fits well. Xbox also fits very well. I really want to use a pin on my PlayStation or Xbox controllers. Those are my nicer ones. Sorry, GeForce. I think that is just about good for our test purposes. Sorry, NVIDIA. But both the PlayStation and the Xbox are very good controllers. I like them both. It was very difficult, though, getting used to the button layout of a PlayStation controller after doing A, B, X, Y for so long. Getting used to XO, triangle, square. And then sometimes I go from PlayStation to PC where I use the Xbox controller and back, and I just go between them, and it is so hard. I'm good with Xbox because I spent most of my childhood with the Xbox controller. Whenever I go back to PlayStation now, I'm always clicking, especially the X, because there's a blue X on the PlayStation controller. That is just like, it's the same. Oh, that always gets me. And like the triangle, the green triangle kind of looks like the green A. It's confusing. Oh well, I'll just set these aside now. Well, thank you for joining this object exploration of video game controllers and what fun sounds they may have, and that they may teach us, that we can hear from them, and the stories that these objects have in our lives. We gotta just take these gloves off. We are done with our experiments. There we go. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a great day, night, life. See you later, my friends. Goodbye.